The Baltimore way, we'll be taking it all the way back to 2013 to discuss the case of a Baltimore man who never made it home from work after a run-in with evil. Back in 2013, 20-year-old Anthony Black was a young man trying to navigate life in Baltimore. Young and full of life, he liked to have fun from time to time, but for the most part, Anthony was focused, trying to make something of himself and make the right decisions in life. Even at just 20, Anthony was in a committed relationship. The young man was even ready to jump the broom. Him and his fiance, who we'll call Stephanie for the sake of the story, lived together, had a nice apartment, and both worked hard. Anthony wasn't no street dude at all, no sucker either. He was just himself. He preferred to hang out with his fiance or close friends, go on double dates when he had free time and wasn't at work. The young man worked down the harbor at the Cheesecake Factory on Pratt Street while figuring out what he wanted to go back to school for. Things were looking bright for the young man. On April 6, 2013, Anthony headed to work. It was a normal day. Stephanie dropped him off and was coming back later to pick him up. He worked his shift, which was at night. Stephanie drove down to pick him up around about 1:30 a.m. Downtown at the time were two men, Matthew Derby and Derek Schuler, both 24 years old. The two friends had been out drinking. That's when they saw Stephanie parked up waiting for Anthony. A pretty girl, she quickly caught Matthew's attention. Under the influence, he told Derek to come on. That's when they boldly approached the car. As Matthew tried to rap to Stephanie, she told the man she had a fiance. In fact, he was leaving work and on his way to the car, and she was there to pick him up. In the mix of her turning the two men down, Anthony walked out the restaurant. Noticing two men talking to his fiance, he asked, like, what's up? That's when Matthew stated, nothing much, bro. Your girlfriend is hot. Peeping the vibes, Anthony, knowing they had both been drinking, said, all right, bro, I appreciate that. Now go ahead and leave. But Matthew was looking for a fight. He wouldn't budge and started being disrespectful, talking to Stephanie, saying what he would do to her sexually, causing Anthony to approach him, telling him again, like, bro, bop off. Even Matthew's homie Derek saw it wasn't funny no more and said, yeah, bro, let's go. But